What's up everybody, I am Daniel, this is DTV, welcome back to the channel. For those that are new, I am a local travel video blogger and I focus on three things: PCS prep, travel, and local life as an American living here in Germany. So just when you thought school was over, I am back in the classroom. We are going to be exploring the Education Center in Vilseck, Germany, and also the different centers around Graf and in the Bavaria area. We're going to be going over all of your school options, degrees that you can get, certifications, how your training in the military can transfer over to school credits. And I'm going to be leaning on the experts in the field today here in the Education Center. So let's hear from them.
Hi, my name is Katie Brown, and I am a Program and National Test Center Coordinator here in Vilseck, Germany, originally from California, but living here in beautiful Bavaria. So here at the Education Center, there's 4 Garrison schools. There is Central Texas College, which is mainly just associates and certificates. Oklahoma University, which provides 2 master's degrees in human resource management and international relations. Embry-Riddle, which is an aviation school. They offer associates, certificates, and master's degrees. Last but not least is University of Maryland Global Campus. We offer certificates, associate's degrees, bachelor's degrees, master's, and graduate certificates. Here at the Ed Center, we like to say, if you can get gas, you can go to class. So that is soldiers, spouses, and veterans. If you're a soldier, the main way you pay for your class is tuition assistance, which you use through the Army Ignited portal. So there's several ways you can pay for school. If you're a soldier, you can fill out FAFSA, but you will get tuition assistance through your Army Ignited portal. You get 16 credits that can cover up to 5 or 6 classes a year, every fiscal year, October to October. October 1, your 16 TA credits refresh. They don't roll over, but they just reset back to 16. Yeah, and if you end up using more than 16 between October and October, you can apply for FAFSA, you can apply for grants like the Pell Grant, certain scholarships, lots of options. For spouses, we have FAFSA, MyCAA, and other various scholarships. The Bavarian Spouses Club, which is actually here in this area, and the Army Emergency Relief Scholarship, which is also very common for this area here. And if you're a veteran and want to go to school, you can definitely look into doing your GI Bill or your Montgomery Bill to help pay for class. The most that walk through our door are soldiers. And soldiers are just looking to get started with school. A lot of times they're wanting to see if they can get 60 credits to do green to gold, which is something we can definitely offer them, or just to get started because education is a really important part of their professional journey and professional growth. Biggest fear when people walk in is that they're starting too late or they're too dumb for school. And those are both so irrational. Everybody has a different life plan. It doesn't matter if you didn't start school at 18 or if you're 34 or 65. College isn't meant for a certain demographic. It's meant for everybody. So don't be fearful when you walk in. We're just happy to help you start school and start this educational journey. As a soldier, you already have so much credit that we can use as college. So your JST, your Joint Service Transcript, I mean, every soldier's been to basic training, right? That's 2 classes you don't have to do because you went to basic. So imagine all the other things you've done for the Army that we can convert from JST military credit to college credit, and it can help you get your degree a lot faster.
My name is Eliza Sotomayor, and I'm from Clarksville, Tennessee. And here I'm kind of like the admin. And then some days I'm a counselor, an education counselor, but admin is like you're always doing something. Like you're in processing the soldiers, you're telling them all about the services we have here. Like we have a computer lab, we have education counselors who are greatly trained and they can help you they can help the soldiers really feel special, help them to go back to college, feel like, oh yeah, they have a future. And it may not even be, you don't have to go to college to have a future. They help them with, if you want to take a test, get credential assistance, they can help you with that as well. But then with admin, if someone's in processing, I'm kind of the first person they see when they walk in the building. Yeah, I'm the friendly welcome mat, and my coworker Tiana, she does like MFL, kind of like administration with me, and it's great to like work with her because we kind of go hand in hand. We make sure that they have a great experience at the Education Center.
My name is Tiana Dewberry Smith. I am from Atlanta, Georgia, and I am the MLF position here. So the MLF is the Multi-Learning Facility Coordinator. That's why we call it MLF, because it's so long. But basically I cover the lab here, and I make sure all the associates are doing their in-processing, out-processing. I am also helping them with work-related trainings and educational purposes. I host a briefing in the morning and afternoon, and that is for the Army Ignited account. It's just basically to help them get started on an account that we require here for the Education Center. It's going to help them with like getting enrolled with school, keeping track of their credits, and just any other work-related training that they do or take while they're here.
My name is Megan Ryu. I'm from Florida, and I'm an education counselor here in Rose Barracks. So if a service member comes in or a spouse, I help them with maybe researching colleges, helping them get started with enrolling in a college, help them with tuition assistance or credentialing assistance. So there are some rules, like if a service member has never taken a college course before, then we like them to take their first course with one of our Garrison schools, because that ensures that there's a physical representative for them to talk to on post to help them get started, and if they have any questions or if they have any hiccups along the way, then they can talk to that person.
So my name is Jen. I'm from North Carolina, and I am the lead career advancement test examiner. These tests are used like military-wise, so they're not any like college tests or anything like that. So we offer the basic math and science test, which a specific MOS requires that. 21 Papa is the one who usually requires it. And then I also proctor the in-service screening test, which is also MOS specific usually. That one is the 25 deltas. And then the most common test that I proctor is the TABE test, which is the test of adult basic education. Each test serves a different purpose. The BMST and the ISST is MOS specific, so sometimes depending on what they need it for, their unit will require them to test with us, to send them off to certain programs and such. And then for the TABE, there's actually a few functions for it. I don't know if you know, but the FAST class, the BSEP classes for GT improvement, one of the requirements is to have a TABE test on file. They're good for 6 months, and they expire after 6 months, so they come into test in order to attend one of the classes and improve their GT score. TABE tests are also good for packets such as career path packets, warrant officer packets. They'll have the option to take the TABE test and test out of certain requirements. Like they have language requirements where they could take college courses, or they could take a TABE test, and if they score high enough, they'll be able to test out.
So my name is Sabrina Reiswig. It's kind of hard to say where I'm from because I'm also kind of like a military brat and a military spouse. I will claim Springfield, Missouri as my residence just because that's where my whole family is from. And I'm actually the FAST instructor here at the Education Center, and FAST just stands for Functional Academic Skills Training. All right, so individuals that come to me specifically as a FAST instructor are looking to increase their GT score. So the GT score is going to be what allows them to do more jobs. The higher number, the GT, the more job possibilities that they have, okay? So individuals or service members that are coming to me are trying to increase that GT score. Sometimes they're trying to increase line scores as well, depending on their MOS. Sometimes they need a specific line score. And that could be for warrant officer packets, officer candidate schools, green to gold. Just depends on what they're trying to accomplish while they're in the military. However, we do actually have a really good opportunity for those who are kind of self-learners. We have the OASC, which is our Dantes Peterson website, and you can actually take a good majority of the FAST instruction there on the website. Now, not everybody needs to come into a classroom, but a majority of the individuals that come in are looking for that one-on-one question and answer type of interaction that they would get in a brick and mortar classroom. Those of those individuals that are service members that would prefer to do it at their own speed, maybe online at the times that are allotted that they can go ahead and do it, they can do those online on the Dantes Peterson website. My class specifically is a 10-day class. We go from 9 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon for 10 days straight. And it's a lot. It's a lot of information that they have to learn. And yeah, we just try and work through everything that we can. That's going to be on the ASCT. That's going to be in those 3 categories: arithmetic, reasoning, paragraph comprehension, and word knowledge. And so we come up with like practice exams. We go over how to test. It's not just about knowing the answers all the time. Sometimes it's knowing how to figure out what isn't the answer in order for you to make the best decision, which can be very complicated whenever it comes down to like paragraph comprehension. And so we teach the main components of paragraph comprehension for the test and how to answer those specific types of questions. The math, I'm anywhere from a range of 5th grade to 8th grade math, typically in that range, but I got to cram it all in 10 days. So it can be a challenging class, and we do go fast. The name isn't just an acronym for what it is, but it also does go very, very quickly. And I mean, our major hope is whenever they're coming into this class, we have a lot of people who are wanting to get into this class. It is a hot commodity. And so we have a waiting list always for each one of our courses. We can only accept 13 at this time, and of course we'll have a waiting list. So we do really ask anybody who's wanting to take this class, they need to be motivated to complete it and take the test at the very end in order for them to go ahead and increase their GT score. We don't want to take opportunities away from people who really want it. The test is a computerized test that they take here in our APT computer lab. Our APT testing, she actually does computer-based testing. It could be the AFCT. She does SIFT in there and other types of tests that are all computer-based.
I'm Kiwanda Edwards. I'm the head of APT testing, which is Army personnel testing here in Vilseck. I'm from Suffolk, England, but my family lives in the United States. I literally focus on all Army testing, so I do 8 different tests in my center. So I do the AFCT, the ASVAB for enlisted plus high school. I also do the DLAB, which is their ability to learn languages, the DLPT, which is basically specific language testing. We also do the SIFT, which is for flight and warrant packets. We do OPIs, which is the oral proficiency exams, and then I also do the English proficiency exam, which is the ECLT.
Yeah, I think a common misconception is that what they learn in my class is all they have to learn. And really, I'm just one resource. I'm one of many, many resources. So what I constantly tell my students is that, look, what I teach you in here is just one resource. You have ASVAB apps that you could be working on, because the ASVAB is the same as the AFCT. It's just before enlistment versus after enlistment. ASVAB apps are out there. Get a couple of those on your phone. Get the Dantes Peterson website. Do the diagnostic tests. Look up some practice questions. Do whatever you can in order for you to better yourself. There's BSEP Quizlets out there. There's so many resources, videos on videos on videos that you could watch about certain math techniques. And if you can at least just start doing that and understand that it's not just about me making your GT score higher, the involvement of the service member is 100%. They have to be committed to increasing their knowledge. And that takes them having more than one resource. And so I always tell them, I'm only one resource. Look at all of your resources. They're all important. They're all gonna teach you something.
First of all, my name is Jose Sayas Gonzalez. I'm from Ceiba, Puerto Rico. I enlisted in the Army around 2015. I became 92 Fox, pretty much. So it's pretty much a petroleum supply specialist. So I work with like fuelers and stuff like that. I came over here because I was trying to up my GT score, right? I got advice for a fast class, and I enrolled, did everything that I had to do. And I took 2-week class. 2-week class, it was hands-on, face-to-face, which it was awesome. It helps you refresh everything you learned and kind of like how can I say, like not perfected, but like gets you to a point where like you feel more comfortable with it, you know, because basically that's all that that test does, because it's in prepare for the ASST, which is the actual test that I just took right now. So for us, I had an awesome teacher. She provided us with every single tool that she could actually provide. Miss Sabrina, she was phenomenal. She provided us every single day with different like links and sources that will actually help with the with easing the material. You know, the links could have been for simple YouTube videos, because there's a lot of help in YouTube. Different websites that they have actually proven to help the service member or whoever is taking the actual test. Helps them out with it to actually like improve their score. So I started studying for 2 weeks. The whole 2 weeks, you know, every single day you come in, you show up like a regular 9 to 5 work day period, and like it goes heads on like every single day, like you hit it hard. But pretty much the prepping worked for the actual test, you know, because a lot of the times you're kind of scared of the test because you actually don't know what you're getting yourself into, or like you haven't touched bases on geometry or arithmetic reasoning for the past like 4, 5, 6, 7 years, depending on how long you've been out of school. So like it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable going towards the test, because it helped. It definitely, like, if I would have taken the test without the fast class, I would not have the score that I got.
Okay, what'd you score?
117. I had a 92 coming in. When I first took the test, I took it back home, and it kind of was like a joke, let's put it that way, because I never thought about actually enlisting in the Army. I never even thought about my possibilities of joining the Army. I just took the test because I was in school, they offered it, and I saw a simple way to get out of class, you know, so I just went straight on. And once I saw it, I went to college, tried college for 2 years, and then I decided to just enlist in the Army. I'm trying to further my career. I'm trying to go warrant officer in my field. So in order for me to go, one of the requirements is I have to have a 110 GT score. So that's what I was trying to improve. I was trying to hit that 110, and I got surprised with a 117, so that's phenomenal. You shouldn't wait for later, or wait for like, I'm gonna wait a couple months, or let me see how this goes, you know? Just find the information. That's what I did. I decided that's my career path, that's the goal I want to hit. I started looking at all the information. I was like, okay, so one of the requirements is a 110. Another requirements, I have to take around 3 classes that involved around math, 2 math and some English. So I was like, okay, so I'm already enrolling and making sure that I'm prepping myself for when I submit all my packet together. You know, you shouldn't wait for later. Should, like, at that same moment that you see the requirements, you should start getting at them. I decided to start finishing my bachelor's degree in business administration. So that was something that I started hitting. So like I came in not knowing what to do, where to look for, what school can I go to, because I heard about the Army has a tuition assistance program. So I came in, I started asking around, hey, this is what I needed. And the second I told them I needed, you know, that I wanted to actually get enrolled in school, all the universities in here like jumped in, you know, they offered you, hey, this is what we offer, this is what we can do for you. And then I gave them my past credits for my semester hours from my previous school back home. And they were like, okay, so this is how many credits we can take, this is how many credits you'll need to retake again. But overall, it was an awesome experience. You know, like, you don't know how much people actually like care about like helping you out until you actually like set foot and decide to actually go forward with it. That's really awesome, because at the end of the day, they're not just helping me, they're helping my family too. Because they're my support. You know, without my family, I can't do anything, and I'm here for them too. So it's really awesome. You know, it's a really good experience.
When you're in processing, take the time to come to the Education Center and see what we could do for you. Because the only reason why we're here is because of you. And we want to make sure that we can help you grow in your career and in your personal life.
Big thanks to everyone at the Education Center who participated in this video. To learn more, look at the links in the description or subscribe to DTV.